What's going on, guys? My name's Mr. Dalek JD, and I feel like today is a day for celebration, a day for nostalgia, and a day to remember and talk about a certain zombies map. Now, there is a reason we're talking about it, and if you've noticed today's date, it is April 16th, 2018. Of course, as if you're talking about the day of upload, but 5 years ago, a certain zombies map came and blew our minds. To this very day, it's probably the most spoken about zombies map within the history of zombies itself. Without a doubt, one of the best zombies maps, if not the greatest zombies map that we have ever received. In this video, I want to celebrate how amazing this map is, discuss it with you guys and get your thoughts on it down below, and of course, a recap on how exactly this map launched and what went down. Let me gauge if you guys love Mob of the Dead. If you do, make sure you drop a like rating on the video. If you don't, let me know your reasons why you don't like it down below in the comments, but I highly doubt we're going to see a lot of those. If you've only just joined the massive train that is zombies and weren't around during the time of Black Ops 2 when this map released, it was a fantastic reveal. We had Die Rise, which was, you know, a decent DLC offering, but definitely not exciting, and it was at the Call of Duty Championships that they revealed a 5-minute behind-the-scenes preview of Mob of the Dead. This was the first time we've ever seen a zombies map be revealed in such detail, with such an extended length of time and effort presented by the various developers who were talking about the map, including Jason Blundell himself, getting in real life film shots of the Treyarch team getting, you know, their research on to make such a creative and real rendition of Alcatraz was quite awe-inspiring to see just how in-depth they went to recreate Alcatraz for this map. Even back then, it was so clear to see the attention to detail and love that the developers had when creating this map that we just were not ready for the behemoth that was Mob of the Dead. Only did we get character bios describing every character and its actor, we also had history of Alcatraz itself and how that history was inspired for the zombies map. Tons of concept artwork, tons of actual gameplay footage itself. Is actually quite unreal looking back now, seeing how secretive zombie reveals are nowadays, that we hardly see anything more than just a 15-second gameplay preview in a trailer. It was also the first time that we were introduced to Jason Blundell. Of course, he did work on previous Black Ops games, but this was the first time that he shifted from a single player to help create a zombies map, and this is really where everything really began with zombies. Regardless of how many zombies maps had been before it, it was at this point in history that Jason had the reins over zombies and completely changed it on its head to the experiences and memories we have now going through the end of Black Ops 2 zombies and the entirety of Black Ops 3. And going forwards of Black Ops 4, we can only expect bigger, more exciting things. A few days later, we got our first full gameplay trailer where we had a narrative overview trailer where our characters were describing their experiences within Alcatraz, giving off already before the map even launched this amazing atmosphere and vibe. It included cinematics that we don't actually ever see within the game, which gives us additional backstory, including tons of newspaper front pages giving intel and backstory to these characters, so they were already fully fleshed out before we even had our first experience on the map. Just to get your spine chilling, let's take a look at that trailer right now.
They say a man is known by the company he keeps. I guess that's why they call me a mobster. I wanted bosses like Sal DeLuca to know my name. He built an entire empire on gambling, prostitution, and booze, right under the noses of the cops. Sal rarely got his hands dirty. That was my job. Ice him, burn him, so long as it made the headlines. And then there were the money handlers, like Al Arlington. If you can get past the greasy smile and the feeling that you were being conned out of your very soul, Arlington was your man. Finn O'Leary, he was the only guy I knew who could cheat a cheater and get away with it. Had a pretty starlet for a wife, too. Too bad she sold him up the river. That's how we ended up here. Alcatraz. They used to call it Evil Island. And we were about to find out why.
Oh man, it's still just such a good trailer, and I'm sure all of you will agree. Now, this map just changed everything when it comes to the dynamics of what we've come to learn and expect with zombies. We had a brand new crew thrown right in the middle of the DLC season, which was not the first time we've had this, but we had no idea how important this map would be in the overall influence of the storyline going forward, as now we know that Richtofen has a secret laboratory underneath this map. Is insane. There are tons of new weapons introduced and debuted within zombies, and the death machine, of course, makes a return being a standard mystery box weapon. We have a awesome wonder weapon, the Blundergat, which when it's turned into, you know, the vitrolic withering, it is literally the best weapon you could want. You will never die using this thing. It has so much ammo, it's so strong, and it's the only thing that can kill the zombies infinitely. It's also the first time we saw a new boss zombie within Black Ops 2 in its DLC cycle, and we also had the enormous Afterlife mode, which was a new form of gameplay which allowed you to enter new areas and complete certain objectives that will be available for the player to complete. And we saw this again return within Shadows of Evil, and it is a great little twist in the normal zombies gameplay. This map keeps continuing with firsts, as with the Easter egg ending, this is the first time where the actual Easter egg ending itself ends the game. Up until that point, we've only seen Bible endings in World at War Custom Zombies map, but this was finally a Easter egg where if you choose to complete it, you're going to finish the game. It's still the only Easter egg in Zombies history where the end objective is to kill one of your own teammates. There's absolutely no denying that this map is without a doubt one of the best maps, if not the best Zombies map ever created, and we've gotten a lot of hints down the line about Mob of the Dead being remastered and seen again within Black Ops 4, and we can only hope that that is indeed what is going to happen. Let me know down below in the comment section, what memories do you have specifically from this map that stand out to you, that you can remember when you were first playing this map, because it really is a truly special Zombies experience that definitely, if you guys have not played it yet, which is probably a very small minority of you guys watching the video, then you definitely need to pick this up. I'm going to finish the video off here by showing you some clips of Jason Blundell discussing Mob of the Dead back in 2013, and I'm pretty sure most of you have not seen this before. Even some of this stuff I've never seen before as well, and it's crazy just to look back at how things were, how he speaks about the map, and just to look at how much has changed within 5 years. It's absolutely mental, but I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I can't wait to see what Treyarch have up their sleeves, and we only have a month to wait until the Black Ops 4 reveal, which is going to be unreal. Let's enjoy this nostalgia trip. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you next time.
Hey everybody, since we met up last, Treyarch has released Uprising, the second DLC offering for Black Ops 2. Included in Uprising is the Mob of the Dead Zombies experience. To tell us a little bit more about what's in store for us, we've got Jason Blundell, executive producer from the Mob of the Dead Zombies team. Jason, thanks for joining us. What's going on with Mob of the Dead?
Mob of the Dead, trying to go for a, well, extending the canon, trying to go for a different vibe, a different feeling. We're going for that horror thriller aspect, and that's influenced every aspect of the map design. the visuals, the sound, the music, a new music system that actually does contextual change on the music based on where you are. And then a reinvestment into our characters. So to get that kind of emotion and get the drama that we wanted to convey, we had to get top Hollywood talent. So we got guys like Ray Liotta, Michael Madsen, Joe Pantoliano, Chaz Palminteri. Those guys have got a phenomenal breadth of work, and together just make an awesome mob. And then work together to basically tell this kind of new narrative, which is a guided narrative, because it's an escape plan, to just get away from Alcatraz. But that allows our casual and our hardcore to go on a journey and to discover the other layers of the onion.
Outstanding. Well, we're also joined by Kevin Sherwood, sound designer for the Mob of the Dead team. And you were talking about some of the music that was done for Mob of the Dead. Kevin, if you could tell us a little bit about what's happening on the music side of things.
Yeah, what he was saying about the contextual music, we developed a new system for Mob of the Dead where as the player enters like a new area or deals with like a new challenge or something, we have custom music that was written by our audio director Brian Toohey that plays, and I think it probably envelops the player, maybe pushes you more into the vibe of what the map is supposed to be, lets you know that you're in a new spot, that something dangerous is about to happen or something like that. But it's pretty extensive, and I think it's pretty cool.
Well, just recently we also had the release of Mob of the Dead official soundtrack.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, you played quite the part with that as well.
We continued our Easter egg songs we've been doing. There was a couple bonus tracks on the Mob of the Dead soundtrack, Carry On and We All Fall Down, that were sung by Clark S. Nova from the previous maps. And we got to do something special for this, which was a song called Where Are We Going that appears on some of the trailers and is an Easter egg in the map itself. The direction for that song came from Jason. He wanted us to do something a little more creepy and something a little away from the metal genre that we usually do. So James McCauley is another sound designer, and myself came up with this tune using Maluka on vocals. She's an internet singer that I've actually known for a very long time, and I think she did a great job.
It really kind of just worked perfectly. It got that kind of tone and feel that we're going after. When we started this, we kind of gave the direction of, imagine the kind of sultry woman at the bar, singing into the microphone with the smoke in the air and a couple of pieces of other instruments around. It really gives that kind of solitude, that loneliness. It was the thing that we wanted, that feeling of being in prison essentially and facing unsurmountable odds.
The Uprising DLC pack will contain Mob of the Dead, a brand new zombies experience. Mob of the Dead is set on the island prison of Alcatraz, and players meet 4 new characters.
Where are those screams coming from?
Billy Handsome is played by Ray Liotta. He plays a psychotic contract killer who's employed to make headline news when he takes out a victim.
Gonna shut him up, or do I gotta do it?
He carries around a dark guilt that, as you play the game, more is revealed and you get to understand what drives him and why he is the way he is. Sal DeLuca.
Ain't that swell?
It's played by Chaz Palminteri. Sal is insecure. He's one of the old mobsters, the old guard. His power, his influence is slipping away. The world is moving on and he can't keep up.
Let's get moving.
Finn O'Leary is played by Michael Madsen.
I'm working on it. Right now.
Finn is an arrogant Irish-American who's been working the street level, doing gambling, prostitution, bootlegging, and was being very successful. Unfortunately, he fell for the wrong woman. She ratted him out. He ended up in Alcatraz. Albert Arlington, the Weasel, is played by Joe Pantoliano.
This ain't right. Something weird's going on here.
The Weasel is a organizer of plans and rackets. If there's a bank that can't be gotten into, he'll find a way. Unfortunately, not all the plans worked out well, and he found himself in Alcatraz. Mob of the Dead is part of the Uprising DLC pack, due out on April 16th on Xbox First.
Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And thank you for tuning in. And keep following us on Twitter @Treyarch. Keep that constructive feedback coming, and we'll see you again real soon.
From here, don't let me go.